From humble beginnings to a groundbreaking residential community, this is our journey to inclusion.
Today is an important day for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and people over the age of 55. Today we celebrate the grand opening of Bethesda's Cornerstone Village in Victoria.
Bethesda Cornerstone Village in Victoria, Minnesota is a first-of-its-kind residential community integrating seniors 55 plus with independent adults with developmental disabilities.
We see a great need across the country. There's a gap between housing that's needed and housing that exists. So we looked at that problem and said, why not us?
The state of Minnesota and then the city of Victoria has been totally supportive. Unbelievable.
This project truly demonstrates inclusiveness, which makes Cornerstone Village a perfect fit for the city of Victoria.
It's a special day because it's the beginning of new opportunities for folks with disabilities.
Bringing joyful living and independency to people with disabilities is a godsend.
Cornerstone Village is really a blessing to me. My goal is to be more independent, and I feel like this is just a really great opportunity.
I am so excited about the community that's already forming here. We've been open for such a short time, but the connections are real, the excitement is real. I can't wait because I know every day will be better than the last.
I'm excited to be moving into this beautiful place. We're all together here and nobody's eliminated because of what they can or cannot do. That's a perfect way to live.
My husband and I are so very thankful that Lauren gets to be here at Cornerstone. She has a high level of independence here, and she'll have a community of people who also want to embrace other people.
There's more opportunities now as far as getting to be independent and relying on myself.
Bethesda Cornerstone Village is providing a tremendous opportunity for people with and without disabilities. We wish Cornerstone continued success.
Hey, I'm Jess Muse, and I just want to take a minute to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody at Bethesda for your love and dedication to people with developmental disabilities.
Congratulations, Bethesda Cornerstone Village.
And this is only the beginning of the journey.
Cornerstone Village in Victoria is our serial number one, but certainly not our last.
Over the next 5 years, we see many, many cornerstones across the country.
Our goal is to help people with disabilities to be as independent as possible, but also impact the surrounding neighborhoods and surrounding communities in a very meaningful way.
I would like to personally thank our staff here at Bethesda who's made this a possibility today. I want to thank our board of directors. I also want to thank the people of Victoria, as well as the greater Minneapolis area. I want to thank our donors. I want to thank anybody and everybody who's been part of this. We are just so blessed to have them as part of our team.
Congratulations on the grand opening of Cornerstone Village.
Congratulations on your grand opening, and to all of the new residents, welcome to the city of Victoria.
Please join me in celebrating the grand opening, the first of its kind in the country, Bethesda Cornerstone Village.
What a great honor it is to welcome all of you to Bethesda's Cornerstone Village this morning. I'm Jonathan Weinhagen, President and CEO of the Minneapolis Regional Chamber. Today is an incredibly special day for Victoria, for this city, for our region, and for this country. Today we celebrate the opening of a first-of-its-kind facility, community, a place for joyful living, for people aged 55 and greater, and for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I know that we all wish that more of us could be here together. We're grateful for those who are here today and for those of you who are streaming in online. It's easy to see that Bethesda Cornerstone Village is a great place to live, but it's also a community where active, vibrant people can flourish. A movement towards inclusive living and shared values. I'm proud that this was the location chosen for the very first of its kind facility, but this should be no surprise to any of us. Victoria, the Minneapolis-St. Paul region, and the state of Minnesota have a long history of inclusion and forward thinking, dating back over 100 years to when Minnesota founded the first state-funded hospital for children with disabilities, and so many other firsts along the way, this one included. Here in the city of Lakes and Parks, Cornerstone Village will make it possible for people to enjoy this wonderful community. I commend Bethesda and the city of Victoria for their vision and their commitment to this project and for improving the lives of so many. With that, I'd now like to introduce President and CEO of Bethesda, Mike Thurtle.
Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful day today. For those who aren't in Minneapolis area today, this morning it was raining cats and dogs. And now it's a beautiful, beautiful sunshiny day out here today. In fact, when I woke up this morning and saw the rain and then saw the forecast, I thought, you know what, this is perfect. It's a perfect metaphor for what we're about ready to do. God promised us that when there's rain, there'd be a rainbow, and that was his covenant. And this is our rainbow today. I think I see a rainbow out there right now. What a beautiful day. Thanks, Jonathan. I really appreciate you being here today, and the community of Minneapolis. We're so excited to be here in Victoria in the Minneapolis area. Appreciate your personal support on this project and the community's support. Such a beautiful community here in Victoria. And I agree with you, this is truly something special. The first in the nation to do what we're doing here right now. Today, we're bringing together people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as adults over the age of 55. And I'm getting pretty close to that age. In fact, when I was up here last weekend, I had a chance to see the apartments. I thought, I wish I could move in right now, but I got a few more years to wait. We're offering a real chance at independence for people with disabilities. Today, we build on a 50-year history of Bethesda being here in the Victoria community. That's 5 decades. That's a long period of time. And first with our intermediate care facility, which was on these same grounds, and today now Bethesda Cornerstone Village. In fact, we almost thought about calling this Project Phoenix, because when we had this land originally, it was very difficult to fill the occupancy here for the ICFs that we had here before. Instead, we looked at this land, we repurposed it, and we have this beautiful opportunity here today. I want to thank a lot of people who are here. First and foremost, our board of directors. I want to thank Caesar, our current board chair, Virginia Miller, Dr. Virginia Miller, our past board chair is here today. Randy Odzer's here today, one of our board members. Our board members are all over the country. Without their support and their help, we wouldn't be here. They provide the insights and the questions and truly the critical thinking and love and support that's guided the hand of making this happen. I want to thank the city of Victoria and the leadership. We've been partnered with them for over a year now. They've been amazing with us making this happen. I want to thank our neighbors here today, and they're in the back there, and give a shout to you guys. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for supporting this beautiful development. Also, our construction partners here at Krause Anderson, as well as QPK Design and the Lutheran Church Extension Fund. Bart Day and his team, they've been amazing and wonderful to help us figure out the financing for this. This is the future of Bethesda. We're going to do dozens of these in the future, all over the country. More to come here in Minneapolis area, more to come across the U.S. We are so excited about this opportunity to be here and to be here to support people with disabilities. Now I'd like to introduce the leader of Cornerstone Village, the guy that truly has made this happen, friend and colleague, our Vice President of Real Estate, Tom Campbell.
Good morning. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. Thank you all who are joining us today, virtually and in person. I just want to say I spent my career constructing buildings, but the building behind me is very unique and it's very different. In fact, it's the first building. I think this is going to be the first of many buildings that's going to have a true impact in the community. And why you ask that, or why I say that, because it's about community. This building is not just an apartment building. This is a senior housing development that integrates persons with intellectual developmental disabilities. The activities and the programming that's going to be rolled out in this community are going to bring people with disabilities and people without disabilities together in an inclusive environment. It's going to create an atmosphere that we hope will surpass any sort of real estate or any sort of four walls that anyone can build. Residents will be able to socialize, will be able to pray together in this Christian environment. This community will promote independence and it'll provide people with intellectual developmental disabilities a quality of life. Cornerstone Village opens the doors to beautiful living spaces. For those of you who are here, you can see behind the beautiful walking paths, the community center, the fitness center that we have here. The safety and security is second to none here. Every single one of these apartment homes have smart home technology, and that really promotes independence
for not only the seniors, but for persons with intellectual developmental disabilities. It's something that is paramount. It's first in the industry and how we're using this smart home technology, and we'll roll this out in the rest of the Cornerstone villages going forward. But that independence is so critical for persons with intellectual developmental disabilities. It's critical because it provides them an opportunity to live as independent as possible, which actually promotes quality of life, because we're pushing them to be as independent as possible. So as this momentous as this celebration is, we're just getting started. We have had great strides in expanding this concept within the Twin Cities. We're currently working 2 additional developments that we've submitted to Minnesota State Housing. They've been incredibly supportive to us in other developments that we're working on in Oakdale and in Brooklyn Park. So as we go, each community will vary depending on local need, but with a common thread will be a commitment for inclusion for people with intellectual developmental disabilities in a Christian environment. Now I'd like to introduce our first resident, Mr. Kurt Rutson. He moved into this development and was our very, very first person to move in. So thank you, Kurt, and I'll pass the podium to you. One more thing, to God be the glory.
Thank you, Tom, so very much for that introduction. I'm so excited to be living here at Bethesda Cornerstone Village. It is a dream come true for me. I'm so grateful. Just imagine a place filled with possibilities and friendship and a real sense of community. Imagine a place where disability persons don't have to be scared to death to come home and to wondering if someone would come in and get them, or dangerous places all over the country where they are forced to live because of the price. Imagine a safe place like that. That is what Cornerstone Village is all about. For too many people with disabilities, all they can do is imagine. They can just imagine that. They have no other choice. I could just imagine that way back. And I thought, boy, wouldn't that be nice? And my paper just fell off, but that's okay. Thank you, Mike. And that's all they can do was imagine that. A long time dream. And that's all it could be. They often do not have what they need to live their lives to the fullest. Did you know, people, that nearly 1 million people with disabilities are unable to afford safe, quality housing on their own? 1 million people. You guys, it's not right. It's not right. We need to do something and help these people. And we are. Many of people with disabilities live with elderly relatives. What happens, though, when those family members are no longer able to provide a home? People get old, they wear out, and they need help. We need to help those people and give disability folks the lives they want. And they have dreams and goals and everything just like you guys. And let's not pretend they don't anymore. Bethesda Cornerstone Village here in Victoria is an important step towards positive change. It is a concept that the whole community can embrace. One that gives people like me a chance for more independence. Now, I would like Mike and Tom to join me as we mark the opening of Bethesda Cornerstone Village with the placement of the cornerstone. Will you guys be so kind to join me up here? Thank you. You bet.
As we place the cornerstone today, cornerstone of Cornerstone Village, I would like Kurt to read a Bible verse that was chosen very specifically for this today. So Kurt, if you could please read that for us.
It's from Ephesians, and it says, "So then you are no longer strangers and aliens, but you are fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God, built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Christ Jesus himself being the cornerstone, in whom the whole structure being joined together grows into a holy temple in the Lord."
Thanks, Kurt. A little over a year ago, we were in the same spot for our groundbreaking, and many of you were here, literally in the same spot. It didn't look like this, but it was the same spot. Now we're open for all our residents and the community to enjoy, and we truly mean enjoy, and we truly mean community. Because what Cornerstone Village represents to us is a new sense of community as we here at Bethesda define that for people in the future. Congratulations to all who've made this possible, to Tom and his team, to people Kraus Anderson, to all the people who are here to celebrate and making this happen today. Thank you. And to our residents, because without the residents, we wouldn't be here at all. Welcome to your new home. At this point, I want to say thank you for joining us, and we're going to cut the ribbon here. So if we get Tom and his team to come up, I'm asking Tom and the real estate team to be our ribbon cutters, and Kurt, I'd like you to be part of that too, so you're not going to escape me here. Why don't you guys go back there, we're going to get the ribbon set up. Today's event was something special, such a special day. From our good friend and very talented musician, Jessica. And I'd like for you to enjoy the debut of Jessica's new song and her video called appropriately, Because You Love Me. And what a great time in our country's history with all the turbulence to talk about love, because love is why we're here, and love is what God taught us about. So I'm going to turn it over to our team to play Jessica's song. May God bless your day and keep you in his prayers. Have a great day today.
My name is Jessica Muse. I'm 29 years old. I live in Slapout, Alabama, and I am a singer-songwriter. I've been singing ever since I was 10 years old. I ended up bumping into the CEO of Bethesda 2 years ago now, and he told me what Bethesda does. I'm such a firm believer that music is a tool to do something bigger than yourself. So if you're good at something, I think you should do it to help other people, or at least try. So I flew to Wisconsin and I visited the headquarters, and I got to see with my own eyes and walk through the halls and see everybody that Bethesda helps and all the amazing employees there too. And I went home and writing the song really came easily. I just immediately thought, oh, because you love me. And because you love me, I can do anything, anyhow, anytime, anywhere. And I was like, that's what the world needs right now, so much.
Because you love me, because you care, I can do anything, anytime, anyhow, anywhere.
I knew I was supposed to write this song. I couldn't not write the song. If I hadn't met the people at Bethesda, if I hadn't had that experience, that part of my heart may not exist. People with disabilities have gifts to share, just like anyone else. So they should have the same opportunities as anyone else. This song stands for everybody as a human being. And we all come from different walks of life. We all have different abilities. We're all here for a different reason. When people hear my song, I really want them to take a moment and think about how they treat other people. To take that little pause before you make a judgment or assume something, and hopefully it will stir something inside of their souls.
Because you love me, because you're there, I am unstoppable, undeterred. I have heard an answered prayer. Because you love me.
If there's anything I can leave behind, you know, it's not about fame, it's not about money, it's about doing some good, and this is what I want to leave behind.
I wouldn't be here if not for your faith, if not for your love, if not for your saving grace. I'd be be a loner, forgotten and small, climbing a mountain that's too big and too tall. But because you love me, because you care, I can do anything, anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Because you love me, because you're there, I am unstoppable, undeterred. I have heard an answered prayer. Because you love me. I couldn't stand here if not for your strength, if not for your hope. I may have lost my way, and I would just wander in search of my place, caught up in the race. I'd be lost in time and space. But because you love me, because you care, I can do anything, anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Because you love me, because you're there, I am unstoppable, undeterred. I have heard an answered prayer. Because you love because you love me, because you care, I can do anything, anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Because you love me, because you're there, I am unstoppable, undeterred. I have heard an answered prayer. Because you love because you love me. Because you